like the audience doesn't feel guitar in the same way that they'll feel the bass, like they're actually being moved by it and it's vibrating in their chest cavity, and that's what they're dancing to, and that's what they that's what they feel. Guitar is a very on top, little sprinkly type of instrument most of the time, unless you're playing like hard rock music, then that's a little bit different, where you're like, big power chord type thing. But
play power chords on bass.
yeah, you can. And then you're a monster. You can't, like, nobody can get past your wall of sound.
Yeah, you're like.
Yeah. All right, let's try to get these levels kind of dialed in. So, talking to your mic, you guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn you guys up.
Listen here, I'm like talking at a normal speed and a normal pace. I had In-N-Out today. That was good. The line
I had a Twinkie.
I haven't had a Twinkie forever.
I have a very unhealthy diet.
Same, bro. I eat In-N-Out like at least like 3 times a week.
In-N-Out is so good though. Like in California, name a better burger joint.
It's kind of funny when like I had homies from New York like come to California for like Flognaw and stuff, and then they went to In-N-Out and they're like, "This is ass," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
To each their own. That shit's delicious.
I was like, "Well, you got, I don't know, Shake Shack. Well, that's also really good, but."
Out here, you're saying? As far as like competitors?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say Shake Shack. That's good. I mean, Habit.
Habit's good.
Habit's delicious.
like
Habit's
a
good.
really good burger.
I love the Habit.
I don't eat.
You don't eat?
I don't eat anymore because
Lucky.
because it's a waste of time, like
Yeah,
I could
money.
be making fire beats in that time instead. No, but I stopped eating meat, like, except for fish. I'm a pescatarian now, and I fucking miss it, man. I really miss eating meat. I miss burgers, and I don't really miss chicken that much because I never really liked chicken that much, but burgers, I was on a big ground turkey binge for a while there, and that's easy because like fish is expensive, and it's just not as available. What, filet-o-fish?
Unless you get in like the chunk fish.
That's true, like the tuna chunk. Tuna chunk.
Tuna chunk fish.
All right. So
You get a fillet of fish all the time?
I don't even know if this is the podcast yet. It might be. We might have already started, but I'm going to welcome everybody to the Hummingbird podcast. I'm not sure what episode this is, but it'll be in the title. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll put it right here too. Every time I keep having huge gaps in between me doing the podcast and the next time that I do the podcast, and it's just because as we were saying,
consistency is hard.
It's reliability,
hard.
right? I have to work on that. I'm here with Foot and Daryl Salad, and we are playing a show at the Moroccan Lounge on July 3rd, 2023.
Yes.
And you guys should all
Yes.
come watch it. Are we clipping?
Yes.
My bad.
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh, child.
Things are gonna get easier.
Yeah.
Where's the sound engineer?
Yeah, there's 3 in the room right now, and
One man
the shit's
army.
still clipping. Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting thing that you just said right now. One man army. We are all solo acts to a degree, right? We have people that help us with production and mixing, maybe shows, band, whatever. But we're all solo acts, and we all write our own music, and it's a personal thing. You were part of a collective before.
Still am.
Still are, but also doing your own thing now. And Daryl, you've been
I've been a lone wolf.
you've been a lone wolf since the beginning.
Yeah.
How did you guys first get introduced into music and doing music and playing shows and stuff like that? Where was the roots of that?
Well, I mean, I've always been around music growing up. I mean, I've been in like mostly like my first like introduction to music is band in like school and stuff. I used to play the clarinet and the saxophone, which is like sexy instruments, not gonna lie.
Very, very.
Yeah, you know, Squidward plays the clarinet, and I was like, bro, I'm Squidward now. This is so sick. Kind of thing.
Did
But
people make fun of you for playing the clarinet?
no,
No.
no. And if they did, I would probably like move on.
Yeah.
Or like embrace it and be like, well, at least I'm better than Squidward.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Where he's always squeaking, he's always like,
At least I
SpongeBob
can actually
fucking
rip
hated
and
it.
then just play someone some sick shit.
some sick shit. Yeah, it's fuck. Yeah, and then in high school, like in like jazz band and all that stuff, saxophone. That's where I met like my band and like team members right now, like Jesse, Noah, Brian, and Steven, like from high school, from band in high school.
That's sick.
And they're still with me to this day. So it's really fun. And then I started learning how to make music like towards my senior year of high school. I like recorded music off YouTube beats on like Final Cut Pro because I
Nice.
didn't have
On Final Cut, you're producing?
no, I was recording myself on Final Cut Pro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I
Because
see.
I
For people who
didn't-
don't know, that is a
a
video editing software. That's not even a music software.
And I recorded my first songs on a Rock Band microphone.
Fuck yeah.
Like having it like stand up somewhere with like the sock over, make sure it doesn't like roll
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was funny. But then like I like learned how to like actually like make beats and stuff like that, and actually get more better equipment to better record myself.
Yeah.
And then like in 2019, that's when I started incorporating like the band that I have today in like the music that we make now.
Yeah, dude. The
So-
music's fucking sick.
So now it's a team effort. So is yours.
Yeah. Thanks,
Everyone's
dude.
music here is fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. What about you, Foot? How did you get involved with Young Men, and then was that the first like introduction to music for you, or were you doing it before that?
Pretty much. I mean, like a year before senior year high school.
It's always senior year.
Yeah, I picked up Fruity Loops for Christmas, and then was like making beats. And then I've always been into like poetry
Oh wow.
since a youngin'. And when I came to CSUN and met these fools, my best friends, they were already in the music game, like music industry, jazz specifically. And then like since we were all friends, we like would always go to the same stuff, and then that eventually led into like, yo, let's like, well, okay, that's on the jazz side. The actual like let's make music side is that Cornelius, our main producer, he was making beats already back since I don't even know when, since he was young. And I would be like, bruh, your beats are fire. He'd have them on SoundCloud, and I'd be like, bruh, let me rap on them. And then we'd start like doing that, and then put out my first thing on SoundCloud. And then I was like, bruh, we could actually do this. Like, this is about to be fire. Like, you have stories and shit, and it's still on SoundCloud right now because there's some. It's just that first nostalgic tape, you know. It's just like, damn, we really about to do this. And then I was like, bro, let's make a group. And everyone's like, what? You know what?
Oh,
let's
so
do
you were
it.
the one that was like, I want to.
I was like
make-
the, I wouldn't say pioneer because we all were like musically inclined in the way
Yeah.
of like we would just rap with each other.
Yeah.
But
You were the glue.
as far as
wanted
like,
to
hey,
get
let's
people-
let's get it together. I was sort of like the catalyst.
Yeah,
And then everyone
yeah.
else sort of started contributing. Like, yo, this would be cool. Like Miles came up with the name. I came up with like I was like Keelan or Ramathi that people know him as. I was like, bro, you need to join. You need to rap. Like he could just freestyle. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. I was just like, bro, we need you type shit. And then there was someone else. That's a whole other story in itself. The Young Men.
Is
origin
Young Men
story.
is the name a YMCA reference? No. Young
YMCA?
Men.
Oh no.
Okay. Every time I hear it, I think Young Men. Da, 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 da. I say Young Men. You guys
No.
should use that.
It's kind of funny.
It was sort of just we were young and we were men. Like we were sort of just, we stepped out of our
Simple enough.
our
Simple
parents'
enough,
house.
yeah.
We moved out, so we were just like we feel like old enough to call ourselves men, and we're young, so fuck it.
Yeah. That's fuck it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, when do you make the switch to solo?
Well, I'd put that first project out, so I was already initially solo before the group.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I just would. It's the love of music. Once I started, I was like, I'm not stopping this.
Yeah.
So I just kept putting out my own music as well as the group music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. More in the universe. More things to listen to.
What are you gonna say, Daryl?
I was gonna say the lore keeps getting bigger and bigger.
The lore gets bigger, right? Like you
Young man
want
lore
people to
gets
go into
bigger.
your universe.
Yeah.
And then just like get lost. Like, oh fuck, this is the thing. And then like we have producers that have their own albums in our universe, and like other artists that have their own, like, I don't know if Spotify is good enough right now to, like, you know how it says artists similar as if it has all the homies and whatnot, but eventually it will.
Yeah. I hope so. Can I ask you guys if you can just keep the mic like a little bit close to your face, just so the people can hear us.
Hi y'all.
Hi.
Over here?
Yeah, like over there. Like just keep it right there.
Here.
Right here.
You can go right in close.
Whoa.
Were you guys' parents
Yummy.
supportive of music?
At first, no, and then when I had a like the first solo show I did, I threw in my own backyard.
Oh yeah.
It was called the Daryl Salad like summer show because
Was I there? Was that the one that I was at?
that was in
No?
2016.
Oh no, I didn't know you.
No,
That was your
Yeah.
senior year?
that was like
Me too.
after I graduated, like in the summer
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, and I threw it in my backyard, and I had like a bunch of my friends perform, and like the whole backyard was like completely full, kind
Yeah.
of thing, and that's
And so this was before you'd ever played a show, but you're already releasing music?
yeah, I've released like 4 songs at that point.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Oh wow.
And like it's just like a lot of people were there because first of all, like all of my homies that were making music were already like a little bit more popular
Yeah.
than me because they've been doing it for a long time. So like
Yeah.
there's a lot of people supporting them that come out, and then they'll be like, oh, I know Daryl, like let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it was cool. It was a lot of fun, and that was like the first show that like my parents have ever seen. And then from there they're like, all right,
Okay, so it was after that
go
you
ahead,
proved
go
yourself.
ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
That's always sick to get that support.
Did you get that? No.
But they support the vision of being creative.
Okay.
But the lyrics and the
Really?
Yeah.
everything, when they heard like some of my first stuff,
Hit me with some lyrics that they would hate.
I don't even want to repeat them.
Really, bro? They're your lyrics.
You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, get the
okay.
streams up.
But
I see.
so
I
yeah,
see,
she would like, she came to like one big show that we had at CSUN. CSUN threw us a lot of shows,
Yeah.
and that's how we got our show experience.
Mm.
But one of them she came to and then was like, "Yeah, I'm not going again."
Really?
Just off of the lyrics, and
Wow.
it was a show. I was humping I was humping this unicorn beach blow up thing.
You knew your mom was there.
I got crazy.
Yeah.
I got crazy. And then
I
she
feel
was
like you have
That's
to
really
though.
fun.
Because my parents will come to my show sometimes,
Just
and
like forget that they're there.
Yeah,
Like,
just I just because I didn't want that to affect. I was already getting nervous, just stage fright,
Yeah.
nervousness. So I was like, I can't let that add on to that.
I feel like that's just true in general, you know, like because so when I'm writing songs, like there's sometimes that I want to say something specific that's either really personal or some shit that I'm not supposed to be doing, like smoking weed or whatever, like, you know, and from the perspective of like my parents or my grandma, you know, and so I'll like self-censor. But what the fuck is the point of doing art if I'm going to self-censor, if I'm not going to actually speak my truth, you know? And if I'm not being genuine or if I'm hiding certain parts of myself, I feel like I'm not being honest with myself. And I'm not really treating myself kindly, or the music. I'm not giving it all that I could. So like I try to take them out of the equation, but it's so hard when you know that eyes are on you, that you really care about their opinion of you.
I feel like you just gotta say fuck it.
You do.
You just gotta just disregard opinion at all costs.
Yeah, because this is your relationship with the world, like your personal relationship with the world, with your art, with a higher power, if you believe in that. Like that is what. But you also have a relationship with other people too. So I don't know. Did you stop putting those kind of things in your songs because you recognize that, or do you just still do it?
Sort of, almost on. I just wanted to like mature in my lyricism, and I still do. As far as like, I just want to say things that are like meaningful, but it's short and sweet, but you still have to think about it.
Yeah.
And I would more so feel like just say outrageous stuff back then to get my point across. That was sort of just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually how it starts too. Like,
Yeah.
like when you're starting music, sometimes you're like, I could say whatever I want.
Right.
Like I'm gonna be saying the craziest shit. Like I mean, for some people, like I like used to listen to like Eminem a lot.
Yeah,
And like
yeah,
he's
says
the
some
biggest
wild
he's the
shit,
biggest
bro.
example of like who cares? Just say whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he has songs about murdering his ex-wife and like his mom and like all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
He disses his mom.
But then as you like keep creating, you kind of learn like who you are, like as a person, and like what you actually like think about certain things, and then it doesn't become censoring, but it's more like actually like cutting out the things that like you don't really want to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe really highly in the power of like suggestion, you know, and when you're putting intention out into the world, especially through words, because words carry a lot of meaning. The audience feels that. Whoever is listening to it feels it, and it affects them in a very real way, you know. And it's something to be careful with, really. You know, it's a power to be careful with, because music is mind control, right? At the end of the day, it's like you're. I mean, look at a festival. If you look at a crowd at a festival, people are in a trance, you know, straight up. And if you start pushing out bad vibes, when you're behind a mic, everything that you do is amplified, you know, and so everything that you're feeling, you're pushing out, but it's being pushed out, you know, 100, 1,000 fold, than it normally would in just like a regular interaction. And and so it's like, I don't know, I see artists who are not at all careful with their audiences, like look at fucking Travis Scott, you know, and I think that there's a place for that too, you know, and like and I think that it's all valid, but you get what you put out, you reap what you sow. And so if you're pushing out fucking bad, crazy, negative vibes, like you're gonna get negative, bad, crazy returns back. But some people feed off of that too.
I mean, maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's your audience.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah, no, it is. I think that, and that's why I'm saying like there's a place for that too. And then it goes back to what you're saying about deciding what kind of artist you are and what you want to push out. And the same thing's true as just like a person, you know, like what kind of person are you and what kind of energy do you want to push out in your day to day? Because there's all kinds of different people out here, and you know, who's to say that anyone's more or less valid? They're all valid. They're all just, you know. Do you guys believe in free will?
Yes.
I would like to think so.
I remember we had this conversation
yeah.
outside of like CSUN.
Oh yeah. I've had this conversation a few times. My stances have changed a little bit, but they are still kind of leaning more towards that I believe that when you being a three-dimensional locked into time being is a weird thing, right? Because we experience it all chronologically. We experience it like this is the present moment, but does the past cease to exist, or does the future not exist, you know, or is this the only thing that exists? It's hard to say. But we did have a past, you know, and everything that we do in the present is predicated on what we've experienced in the past. So the words that I'm saying to you right now, I only know these words because I was taught English as a baby. And I only know to say these things that I'm saying now because I've thought about it enough to get to the point to where I can speak in this way about it. And I am set up in a way to where I encounter the present moment and I just interact with it in the only way that I'm set up to interact with it in that moment. Just like you guys are intaking my words in a very specific way right now. It's just based on what you guys have gone through in your lives so far that you're taking it in the way that you're taking it in. And then you're going to respond to it in the way that you're going to respond to it based on that too. So that's where I start to say like, okay, well, where's the free will then? You know, if I'm just a product of my past and I'm just set up to interact with, you know, a stimulus, which is right now this conversation, and the only way that we can. Like, you know what I mean? So that's where I get kind of tripped up on a little bit.
I mean, everyone has the right to decide what they want. That's like, if I was raised to like let's say, I don't know, believe in God, right? I was raised to do that, and then I want to be like, nah, no, I don't. That's isn't that free will right there?
Well, how do you come to that conclusion?
Through all the
More like experiences, no?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's say like you had like a upbringing that was like, you know what, I question this too much to believe in it. So now you don't believe in it.
Yeah. But you had to do all the questioning first to get to that point. You know what I mean? It's like you couldn't have made that decision, you know, and I think that belief is a thing that isn't even really decided. It's just either you do or you don't, you know, because you can't decide to believe in something. It's just whether or not you do. But, you know, it's like, how are you going to make a choice to do something that you have not built up the relationship with it to do that? You know what I mean? Like, could somebody who has believed in God all their life and has been a devout Christian, and they're just walking around one day and they've never even thought about the fact that God doesn't exist, and then they're like, yeah, you know what, I don't believe in God anymore. I don't know if that can really happen, but if they had a bunch of circumstances happen, say that they had, you know, they started to build a negative relationship with that idea, like maybe somebody they love died, and they're like, why the fuck would God do that to me? Like, why would God let this happen? Why would God let that happen? You know, and they have all these moments of questioning, then that can lead them to the conclusion. But I don't know if anybody can just jump off of their track, you know, just straight up. Maybe.
Are you saying like off of no experience and no information to just have a free will to make decisions?
Kind of, yeah, to just...
But that's... Why?
Why what?
Why would you want that?
Why would I want what?
Free will with essentially ignorance.
Because
you don't know what to do.
Yeah, we never know what to do, though.
You would know what to do if you were instructed to do so, and now you have free will to make decisions on what you want to do
based on what you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot
See,
easier
and
that way.
that's where I start to kind of also come in, because I was very much like, I was losing my mind a little bit. I was just like, holy shit, because I also think about physics, you know, and like how everything is cause and effect, and how we're all constrained to physics, and our brains are physics, and like it's all atoms interacting with each other and electrons and all the things. Everything's interacting the only way that it can based on the physics of the situation. So I'm like, okay, well, we're physics, right? We're made of physics. Matter. And so like, why are we any different that we can do things that aren't within the realms of physics, right? Because our brains making decisions are just neurons firing, and neurons are just physics, you know, and so like, what the fuck?
Wait, what was the question?
I'm saying like, how can we make decisions as beings, but we're locked into the physics of the situation, and our brains are locked into the physics of the situation? Is that a soul? Is that how do you guys feel about that? Do you believe in a soul? Do you guys believe in souls?
I like to think so.
What does a soul mean to you?
It's the energy within us, I must say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Is it something outside of us, or you know, like of the body? Is it outside of the body? Is it, do you think? I don't know.
I think it can be, but no, it's within us.
It's within us.
But when you have like out of body experiences,
yeah,
then it's outside of you.
Your soul has traveled outside of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Have you had that?
I haven't, but I was gonna say an example, because I lucid dream.
Okay.
I have never had
consider
sleep
that.
paralysis, but my brother has sleep paralysis, out of body experience, sort
Yeah.
of. You're still in your body, but just awake. But essentially, you could, I've heard stories, be out of your body when that's happening. Like you're looking at yourself asleep still.
Yeah.
So that has to say or mean something as far as souls and energy.
Yeah, I've only had that one time, and I saw the Hat Man in the corner of my
Oh,
room.
that
Yeah, it was
sounds fucking scary.
It was really crazy.
Oh God.
The
It was
Hat
fun.
Man? What does the Hat Man look like?
He's like a very, like just a you just see like a figure just standing in the corner of
You guys
your
had
room,
a hat on?
and then like it's just
Ominous figure.
it's just an ominous figure, and like I couldn't like move my body. I felt like
Yeah.
someone was on top of me.
Yeah, it's
thing.
fucking scary. I've had it happen a couple times. I've also had experiences like meditating, or it feels like I fall out of my body, and that is trippy. And
You feel like you're like free falling the whole time.
kind of, but like I went somewhere else.
I feel like it's in those situations where we don't have free will. That's where our ignorance is, because when you have an out of body, like we're in this plane all the time, this reality, so we've mastered it to a certain degree. But like doing that, we're not just there all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're not mastering that unless you're just going there every day when you go to sleep type shit or
Yeah.
some shit, or however else you have an out of body experience.
Literally going into the avatar state.
Straight up,
Yeah.
you're not the
Yeah.
avatar. No offense.
That's funny. Shit, maybe I am, bro. Sometimes do you guys ever have main character syndrome where you're just like,
Every
I'm the
day. All
the
fucking
time.
guy? Yeah. And so I catch myself doing it sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro, you think you're so important. Why do you think that you're so important? It's crazy. There's been hundreds of billions of humans. Or not hundreds, but over 100 billion. This is a big fucking number.
There's no main character.
There's not. Yeah, and none of them's ever been more or less important. It's just that that we have either we are affected by certain people.
Who is the most talked about human in history?
Jesus Christ.
Muhammad.
It might actually be Muhammad. Yeah, you're right. Are you religious? Are you?
I used to be. I believe in a higher power.
Yeah. What was the religion?
Christian.
And
Say like what, Baptist Christian?
Okay. Where are you from?
Castaic.
Where?
It's a truck stop city.
It's like up north.
Up
right?
north past like Santa Clarita.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Small town, I guess.
Yeah.
Trucks.
I guess you could say small.
Yeah.
Sorta. It's like spread out a little bit.
It's like one of those cities you like drive through, like on the highway, right?
Before you like take off to the Grapevine, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, on the 5. Don't check it out. Or do. I don't know.
If you guys want to see where Foot grew up, I'm gonna put his address right here.
The childhood home.
Yeah.
Shit.
His current address is right here.
I'll
And-
give you all the rights because I don't live there anymore.
Okay.
Put my whole address.
And you grew up in Simi?
I grew up in Simi. I was born in East LA.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I lived there for like the first 5 years of life.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
And then we moved over to Simi Valley, and then I grew up there ever since.
Yeah.
Feel that. Sort of same. I was like Inglewood until Castaic.
For
Had to
when did you
move
move
out.
there?
When?
Yeah.
I was probably like 3 or 4. Which is crazy because I still remember those
Yeah, I was gonna
times.
ask you that.
Yeah, I still
Wow.
remember those times.
I remember like the apartment that like my family lived in East LA, and like certain like little like flashes
Yeah,
yeah.
of like
It's
of
like
life.
The smallest
Yeah.
glimpse of memory
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
tucked in the brain.
I just remember like watching Jimmy Neutron there.
I love Jimmy Neutron.
Like a couple times, and there was like green stairs because like we lived on the top floor and stuff like that. Sometimes I ask my mom like, what happened, what were we doing during 9/11?
Oh, wow. I remember what I was doing during 9/11. I was my grandma was my whole family was crying, and I just didn't know why, and I knew that they were watching the news, but I wanted cookies out of the this little house jar.
I want cookies.
Yeah, and I was pissed off
You're
at
like,
like,
"That's-
I
that's
felt
tragic, but
ignored.
I
I'm
want
like, why am I
cookies,
being
bro."
ignored right now? I'm like, yeah, I'm look. This is happening across the country, guys.
I could give a fuck.
This is happening right now, right in front of you, bro. I want cookies now.
Man, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I want cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was an
let's get
asshole
some
at 3 years
cookies.
old. What did they say? Do you remember what they said when you asked?
I think it was just like my dad was at work because it happened like in the morning kind of thing, because so it would happen like around 7 a.m. over here, and I didn't go to school. I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
So like I think like my mom was just like watching the TV the whole time, and I was just like being a little child, walking around. Obviously I'm not gonna know what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't think my mom cried. And I don't think that happened. She was just like in shock.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
That must have been scary. I imagine like if something like that happened right now as an adult, the implications of it must have been so wild. Like, oh shit, we are being attacked on our own soil. They are coming here. Who knows if somebody else is next?
The mass panic must have been crazy.
Right.
Yeah, but
Just collectively. But apparently it was also one of the most unifying times in the country's history too. It's like amazing what adversity, and then we used it to invade several countries
Yeah,
that didn't
and
need to be invaded.
and then take control. And like,
But it's crazy
whoa.
what it can do to bring people together when they're in the face of like
America.
adversity. Speaking of being in
This
the
is
face
America.
of
This is
adversity,
America.
do you guys have you guys been seeing the shit about the aliens and like all this shit that they've been
Huh?
confirming about aliens?
We are the aliens.
I think maybe we are actually, but yeah. Have you guys not been seeing this? You guys have not been seeing that?
I've like heard they've like uncovered like files, like they like declassified files.
It's so far
Stuff.
beyond that at this point. Some really high-ranking government officials are coming out and saying that we have not only crafts but bodies, like which is weird as fuck, right? Because you would think like, well, then why isn't everybody fucking talking about it, right?
Well, because it's been under wraps.
It's been under wraps, but I mean, like, why is it not pasted all over the news? There's other fucking life that there's been. I can show you guys plenty of videos.
Because they won't believe it until they see it, or unless it happens to them personally.
Plus, that would have to get past the step of media actually displaying it to people.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes back
That's
to like
true.
it goes back to like the 9/11 thing. People didn't think like America could be attacked, and then they
Yeah.
got attacked, and they're like, oh wait, we're defenseless.
yeah.
But still tried to capitalize on the movement. Like, no, we're the strongest. We need to unite now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
propaganda.
Yeah. And then let's invade Iraq. Even though he's in Afghanistan, but
So,
let's do a quick pit stop at Iraq and then we'll hit Afghanistan later.
Fuck.
Hold on,
Which is
let's
what
get the oil real quick. And
Yeah.
then we'll go
We're
over.
gonna need it to fight them. We're gonna drown them in oil, boys.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but the aliens thing, I don't think like it's not talked about because people like it's not important to them because it's not important to them like just personally.
I think that people just haven't been told that it should be important to them yet.
Well, yeah, that's
Because
also
I think
very
that
true.
that it ultimately, okay. I know that you guys haven't seen this yet, so you're not really gonna have a like foundation. But just imagine the scenario, right, where it really is being confirmed that there are aliens that their bodies have been recovered, and we have crafts, and we've known about these crafts for over 70 years, but it's been kept under wraps because the government felt like the public wasn't ready for it, or maybe whatever other agendas. Maybe they're trying to reverse engineer these crafts to use them as weapons against other nations. Whoever can do it first whoever has the most technology is gonna obviously dominate the world. Maybe it's that, but the government comes out and says, "Hey guys, this is what's really happening." How do you think that changes humanity and the human story? Because like it one throws a lot of religion under the bus, right? Because we're
Yeah.
supposed to be the only people
I'm gonna
around.
say, motherfuckers still gonna have to pay taxes.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Ain't gonna change.
yeah.
Like, yeah, aliens have been discovered.
Okay.
You still gotta pay taxes. So.
I'm still hungry.
You still gotta go to work tomorrow.
You still gotta
Yeah.
go to work, my boy. Ain't nothing changed.
Damn.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy though if there was like a revolt, like, oh, there's aliens. Let's storm the Capitol.
Yeah, shit, we
Yeah,
didn't even
just
need
like-
aliens for that.
Yeah.
They did that shit before. Imagine, it would be
They're like,
fucking
"Wait,
chaos.
Life exists, bro, and then they just throw the government.
Yeah, they're like, anyway.
Like that's crazy.
No, but that would be like, I feel like for like the nerds, the sci-fi geeks, the scientists, like it's probably like, this is revolutionary.
No,
This is
yeah.
fucking whoa.
And like you said, it does throw religion under the bus, and
Yeah.
then it makes science the ultimate like thing.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Churches will be decimated.
They would be, or they would find some way. They would find some way to work it into the story. But Yeah, dude.
And on the 8th day, God made aliens.
Yeah.
There's actually 8 days in the week, guys.
Yeah.
We just didn't tell you
On
about
Venus.
the secret day.
The day that the government didn't want you to know about.
Yeah, it's actually called Thratter Day.
Thratter Day.
Bro, I'm weak as fuck.
That's fucking funny. Oh man, but I don't know.
That'd be crazy. They would make the work week longer.
Yeah, that would be
Still be a 2-day weekend.
Yeah.
It's still a 2-day weekend. It's a 6-day work week.
Guys, if we want to compete with these aliens, we gotta keep up.
We gotta keep working.
Yeah.
We gotta work longer, guys.
The year is now 400 days long. Fuck.
They're like,
Oh,
we
man.
need more money. We need more workers to
Yeah.
reverse engineer these crafts.
Yeah.
So we made a new day.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah.
how controlling everything is.
It is, man. It is. We are locked into a system. We have been fed a false narrative, and we have predicated our entire lives off of a false narrative.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
time
which
isn't
is
real.
nice.
Monday, this show's not real.
This is not happening.
Bro, I was just so I had the homegirls over yesterday and we were just talking.
Monday's not real.
And
yeah. Thratter Day is.
I was like, what if the typical like psychotic episode, what if this isn't real?
Yeah.
But not in the thing of like, oh, aliens are just controlled, but in the way of just like you are the main character, right?
From your
But
perspective, yeah.
almost like, what's that show? Y'all seen the Truman Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally just like the Truman Show, and that's happening right now. And y'all are just here.
Yeah, there's
like,
actually a
you
camera.
invited me here, and then you're only here to play into it. We have a show Monday,
Yeah,
but like
I'm trying to
it's
trick
all
you.
an act to trick me into thinking that, oh yeah, we're
Yeah. We don't
building
have a
into
show. You have a
building-
show, buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all like played out.
Yeah, you're on the show, and so you guys were. Sounds like you guys were having a manic episode together and considering
More
this.
so me.
Me,
It was-
you. So
it was a group
is that something
episode,
that you
that's
really
crazy.
think about? Because I used to do that when I was a
We
kid.
were all fucked up.
I would be in the room.
Everyone gets manic at the same time.
That would be dangerous.
kinda
That's how it
crazy.
happens, man.
dangerous.
Um,
I'm gonna talk to my band about that and be like, listen, guys, in order to make like more music, we gotta have a manic episode together.
Oh yeah, smoke a bunch of weed together and make that happen.
Constructive.
manic
Yeah.
session. Yeah.
Some of my best songs are from manic sessions. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
happens.
It does. It does. When I was a kid, I used to be in my room by myself and just be like, I know you're listening. Like, I know you can hear me.
Bro, same.
Yeah. What is that? Why is it just?
I'd be in the middle of my room like, if time travel's real, come back to this exact date right in front of me and I won't freak out.
That's pretty great. That's actually a good way to do it. You'd have to remember that. You'd have to remember the exact date. You should get it tattooed on
I don't
yourself.
even remember the date now. So
Yeah,
if it
see?
is real in the
That's what I'm saying.
future,
Get it
It's actually
tattooed on
today,
yourself.
though.
that would
It's actually today.
Yeah. Oh shit. You imagine you walk through the door.
Yeah, just the door opens. The door opens and then all of a sudden footsteps
Yeah,
are
let's-
like,
Bro.
Let's send you into an episode right
I
now.
think-
Imagine. No, I'm just
The
kidding.
only way that would actually work is if you did actively like tattoo the day and then you just did. I did remember it until.
Just make the
Time
date
travel's
tomorrow. Just tattoo tomorrow's date on your arm, and then when you can time travel
it's not
back.
an awful idea,
It's
bro.
not.
Because I feel like memory is only so strong. People probably forget the
Yeah.
time that they want to actually go back to.
Exactly.
But then it's like you could go back to any time. So why isn't that future me going back to just see this me right now?
that's true.
I guess so. The podcast, unless something happened to the internet.
They just wanted to stop by real quick, actually. Just to be like, hey, what's up?
yeah,
then
right.
leave.
Hey, this is gonna freak him the fuck out.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, you better say
Yeah.
a word next.
Yeah, and then would that create a time loop? Would that because you would be the same guy that went back and did it, and
There's
you'd
so
have to
many
do it
rules
every
to
time?
it, bro. I feel like it's actually not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Time travel is not gonna happen.
I heard that you can travel forward but not backwards.
Yeah, it doesn't like. It's the way physics work. I don't
But
just.
but then can you go backwards after you've been forward?
That's the thing. You can't just replicate it because what if things are changing in the past that you can't guess it in the future, so you fucking up what your past you're going back to and it becomes nothing essentially because
Yeah.
your numbers are off like it's code.
I kind of believe in like timelines, that there's like all these different like coexisting timelines right next to each other. It's just like a big branch and like maybe like big fractal.
I like to think that too. I like to be like, what if I didn't do this? Like, what's the timeline gonna be now?
Yeah.
Okay, if I do this, the timeline's gonna go this way, and it might be really, really bad.
Yeah.
It might be
yeah.
really-
Or really good.
It might be really bad, bro. Like,
Am I a gambling man today?
That's the best part though of life. Is like, which route is it gonna be?
Yeah.
that's free will.
Yeah.
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 It's free will. That's A.
That's
See,
free will.
and so that's where I was thinking. I was gonna take it further because
Bring it back, boys. That's
Because-
a callback right there.
because I
Hell
also
yeah.
think that something a theory I've had recently is that maybe we're like little sperms, right? But like ethereal, higher
I
dimensional
mean,
sperms.
we were.
Yeah, but but everything mirrors each other. Like as is above, so is below type deal. So it's like maybe it's a thing where like our timelines, like we're only one will like fertilize, whatever is, maybe that is like the enlightenment, whatever. But maybe they're all the timelines existing right next to each other, are all happening like infinity. Every possibility is happening at the same time in parallel, whatever.
Like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, but your run, like maybe this is just one run, and you're the run, the sperm, whatever. You're the run, and one of them will make it to where your soul ultimately wants to go, or maybe for I don't even know what that means. I don't know. This sounds crazy, but like I feel like there's something.
Like,
Man, you guys both looked at each other like, yeah, this shit
Yeah,
does
I was
sound crazy.
I was like, whoa. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Butterfly Effect?
Thank you. No.
Yes.
With Ashton Kutcher in
What
it.
happens?
So like he's like able to like travel into his own past just by looking at like photographs of himself, kind of thing, and like he's able to change his past. Like he's able to change one moment in his past, and then like his whole future changes, kind of thing.
Really good movie.
It's a really
Okay.
cool movie. It's also like really
Okay, so
confusing
does he?
sometimes.
So does he initially only want to do things that were like last week or whatever? Because he doesn't want to look at it like a childhood
Yeah,
photo. I'm like, I
I
can't
think-
change some shit back there because then I'm not.
I
Even...
think that's I haven't seen it in a while, but like I think he does
I think
that.
did it stop recording? Something just popped up. I think it's more so because he doesn't want to do it at first. My fault. I don't think he wants to do it at first, but I think his illness forces him to
Yeah.
sort of do it, or like he gets in a bad situation and he's like, "Fuck it, like I'm gonna just do
Change
this."
it up
Then he
real
like get
quick,
like
yeah.
arrested or some shit.
Yeah, and then he's like,
yeah.
and then he like tries to make sure like his past self doesn't do it again, doesn't do that, so he doesn't go that route. There's a there's a deleted like ending to that movie.
Oh God, was it?
Can I
yeah,
say it?
you're fine.
So like towards the end, he's basically he's basically just like hopping like through his past like all the time, trying to like just fix everything. And he's like, the only way I could fix it is to kill myself.
Oh.
So what he does is he travels to his mother's ultrasound of him and basically grabs the cord and wraps it around his neck and chokes himself as a like
During the ultrasound.
inside the stomach. Yeah.
Oh, so he's conscious enough. So he is a fetus and he doesn't
Whoa.
himself.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And that's the ending.
Okay, so he always has his memory of like.
He's just able to like transfer his consciousness over, I think.
across his own timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but there has to be a picture involved.
Yeah.
I think words too.
Words, yeah, and
Oh.
like he kind of like has to like imagine it, I think, or something like that. Like he
Imagination.
reads it and then he like remembers. or
Damn,
something
dude, he
like
hung
that.
himself in the womb. That's fucking.
Yeah,
metal.
that's the deleted ending, and I'm
Wow.
like, dude, this is kind of crazy.
I wonder if that was the original ending. If they're like, no, we probably shouldn't
No, yeah.
take it there.
Probably.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, fuck it.
Well,
We'll just
because like
Ultimate.
you see the fetus like choke itself.
What's the actual? Actually, I kind of want to. I kind of don't.
Like
It's
you.
not fun.
What?
It's not funny.
The fuck? That's hilarious.
All right.
a fetus committing suicide is
It's
a really
kinda
fucked up
wild.
sentence.
Dark,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that movie is
Whoa.
dark.
Yeah, it
Whoa.
It's really dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch it then,
I will.
and you should watch the deleted scene. Right
All right, I will.
Watch it. Yeah, that sounds good.
It sounds like a joke. It sounds
It's
like
not,
somebody
it's
made
real.
that like as like like
It's-
an edit.
It's real. Like they filmed it and everything. They like CGI'd it, and it's like on YouTube.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
wild. Yeah.
Would you guys ever? Shit. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask that. Would you guys ever kill yourselves?
I've thought about it.
You've thought
I'm
about
being
it?
transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
I've. considered the possibility.
I don't think about it anymore because I try to live in a
Yeah.
positive mental state now, because like when I do get depressive episodes, I'd rather not think of those type of thoughts.
Yeah.
I'd rather like turn it into eventually a healthy depression.
Yeah. Healthy depression.
But I like thinking of if I did have to go out, what way would I go out?
That's like the ultimate question.
Yeah.
Like if I were to go out, how would I do it?
Whoa.
Would I do it in style? Would I do it like quick?
Would you do it alone and try not to bother anybody? Would you
do it doing some like really crazy shit like
Yeah. Like,
tunneling?
Would you be down to like
tunneling?
traumatize
what do you
people
mean,
or something like that?
cave diving?
Wait,
Yeah. Could you try to hurt as many people as possible on your way out? What's the most destructive way?
Literally,
I could
like
do it?
if I'm going out, you're coming with
Yeah.
me type beat.
I want to write a song called "Suicidal
Yo.
Narcissist" about like
That's a fucking album name,
Right,
bro. That's
right.
Suicidal
crazy.
Narcissist.
it's about like it just takes one person in a significant place of power who has like, you know, the power to push the button or whatever, like, you know, to not give a fuck, to be like, I'm gonna unplug the system for everybody, you know, because I'm losing in the game, and, you know, to push that button. This takes one suicidal narcissist. But how would you do it if you had to go out in style?
Gunfight.
Gunfight?
That would be really cool. I would want to go in a sword fight. That'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Like a duel.
What about a fist fight?
Fire.
A fist fight? No, that's
Sounds
That'd be
so
crazy.
painful.
Yeah, it does sound painful. Who would you be shooting, and who would be shooting at you?
I want it to be like, I'm the type of, I don't plan on getting married. It's like one of my soul
One of your goals
partners,
is
we'll
to not
call
get
him.
married.
One of my soul partners gets captured,
I like that. Yeah.
and
like Taken.
yeah, like taken, but it's her, and I have to like fight, like, let's say like a Russian mob,
Okay.
and I'm anything for you. Oh. Bullet comes.
Oh.
She's alive still.
Yeah.
Slow motion.
She's alive still, but you're dead.
Yeah.
You finally got her. You got her on the helicopter on the way out, and there's just one Russian sniper who wants to get one last shot.
She's holding me in her arms in the helicopter, and like I'm bleeding out, and like that's how I go out with a kiss.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's hard, huh?
The kiss
Yeah,
of
it
death,
is
yeah.
hard.
That's hard.
I would do the same, but with the aliens that we discovered apparently.
Yeah.
In a sword fight with an alien.
No,
Oh,
a gunfight.
shit.
Oh, dude, a sword fight with an alien would be kind of sick.
That'd be
If
crazy.
you had more arms than you,
That would be kind
what
of
would you
sick.
do? You'd be outmanned.
Like
You'd be
General
out-
Grievous.
Yeah. What if you had 4?
That'd be down to go out in a lightsaber duel.
I would hate that, man. I'd rather do a sword, because think about it. Lightsaber is so hot. This
Would
is
it
what they don't
cauterize
like.
the
Even
wound?
if it's like right here next to you, that's burning skin.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, how did the Jedi in like Star Wars like not burn themselves all the time?
Yeah, you think if they ever get like small, like, ow.
I think that's like the part they don't say. Because if it was realistic,
You think anybody's
like-
ever like went back and like accidentally singed some of their hair?
lost
like,
a finger, lost some, just
Yeah.
Like, you know how many blisters they probably have in their hands just like holding the handle?
oh yeah.
Do you
That
guys
shit
watch
look
Star Wars?
thick.
You guys like Star Wars?
All of them, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Star Wars.
I never
everything.
really like. I've watched some of them, kind of, but
There's
I never.
so
exposed
much to it. There's
Yeah,
the
there's a
movies.
lot
You
of
watch like
lore.
the 2D and 3D
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, those are.
What's appealing about it to you guys? Like, why do you guys like it?
I think the world, the universe, the galaxy of it.
Like I
You know?
still don't even know all the planet names or anything.
Wow.
I
And
just it's
there's
captivating.
So much like
Yeah.
there's so much lore to like because there's so many stories told from the Star Wars galaxy, even like throughout the years, like the parts that are considered like canon
Mhm.
and stuff like that. The parts that aren't considered canon, like it's just so fascinating. Be like just reading these like old Star Wars novels about like
There's novels. There's like
there's
books?
novels, comic books.
It's so
Did they
It's
predate
insane.
the movies, or did the movies
There's
start
some
first? And
there's
then
some novels that like predate like episode 1
Whoa.
kind of thing.
Or, but I mean,
Or,
like in terms of like when they were made.
Oh no, they were made after.
Okay, all right.
They were
So
made after
okay,
the-
so just more and more expansion of this universe. Whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's-
take a day to get into it for real.
Yeah,
there's
maybe
there's
I will.
unlimited stories to be told in the Star Wars universe.
Whoa,
It's crazy.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Did you guys watch the Mario movie?
I haven't yet.
I love that movie.
I thought it was great. I thought it was so good because they just have really good source material to work off of. Like, I didn't know what they were even gonna try to do, and I was kind of like, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, you liked his performance?
I did, and they addressed
bad.
addressed the voice very early on in a way that, like, I was like, okay, you guys made it all right. Whatever.
Addressed it in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
in the movie.
it's like an accent or something, right?
It's
It's supposed to be like he only does it in the commercials.
Yeah, he only does it in the commercials, but also, I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
That's so they like. No, that's not my voice. I only do that for the game.
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah. No, in the movie,
I only do that for business.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't want to
Okay.
spoil. I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'm gonna spoil just.
It's like in
a
the
tiny bit.
beginning of the movie.
It's the very beginning.
It's the
yeah.
very beginning.
So they're plumbers in New York, right? But
In
they
Brooklyn.
are struggling. Their business is struggling. It's Mario and Luigi. It's their plumber business. So they're like making this commercial because they're like, this commercial is gonna get us the business that we've been looking for. So they do a whole commercial later, you know, and
fix your sink.
yeah, and you know, and but their family is just like roasting them, and like they don't give a fuck,
Yeah,
like, you know, like
y'all really want to be plumbers?
Yeah.
Who's the family? Like Mario's dad?
yeah,
and shit?
Mario's
Yeah,
dad
they
and
show, like,
mom and like
Mario's,
his like
like,
uncle or
family.
whatever,
What?
his grandpa. Yeah, it's
It's
really
They have
interesting.
like a family dinner
Yeah.
and shit. It's kind of it's really funny.
Wow.
But and so the commercial ends, right, and Mario and Luigi are having a conversation, and he says something like, do you think the voice was a little bit too much, you know, in Chris Pratt's voice, because it's not this anymore. And the original guy who voiced Mario is in that scene. Like, they like animated him, like made him like, and he's like, I think the voice is perfect or whatever. Like, he like gives his thumbs up approval, whatever, you know. So it's like this kind of like nod to the audience, like, look, we know it's weird that some fucking American guy is voicing this Italian plumber,
Yeah.
but we got the original guy who everybody was saying should have done the voice,
Yeah.
and he said it's cool.
Yeah, like,
okay.
Yeah, I know, they paid him. You think his feelings were hurt that they're like, why are you not asking me? Yeah.
I think
I knew the voice is so good.
it's just cool that Mario and Luigi are like New Yorkers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
I would have never thought.
That's like,
Right, it's a,
like
it's
they
a
live
weird
in
premise.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. yeah.
Have you seen?
Wow.
And
have
then
you
they do
seen
mushrooms
the-
and
yeah, they
No, they
do
don't.
mushrooms.
I
No,
mean,
they
kind
don't.
of, but
they don't-
no.
They don't do like
They don't do
shrooms, but-
They don't do shrooms, but there's definitely some kind of psychedelic-y vibes to the whole thing of it, you know.
Well, basically, the whole Mario world is just them imagining it on
mushroom
psychedelics,
kingdom, bro. It's the mushroom
They're on
motherfucking
mushroom
kingdom.
kingdoms, bro.
Yeah.
And then the fire flower is supposed to be fucking weed.
Oh yeah, that shit was gas.
I'm gonna watch it on shrooms. That'd
You
be tight.
should.
That'd be tight.
That'd be kind
should.
of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Avatar on acid.
The
This-
first
the second,
one.
the second
Oh,
one.
shit.
Jesus
Boy,
Christ!
let me
didn't
tell
watch
you,
that
I
one.
was, and it was 3D. It was
Oh my
crazy.
god, bro!
It was crazy.
Whoa! How much
Wait.
did you do? You remember?
Yeah.
It was like a hit and a half.
Oh, nice. So
Something
you're on a
like-
good one.
Yeah, it was pretty. Did y'all see it?
No.
No, I didn't see
It was
that
like
second one.
it was too long for my taste.
It was very long, but it kept you there because 3-hour movie, nothing happening really. Snoozer.
Yeah.
But like that, there was shit happening.
They were working on that shit for like 12 years, something, 15 years. The first one they worked
Bro,
on.
James
for them.
Cameron, crazy.
He's crazy
He's, a
as fuck.
motherfucker,
He's all
man.
about like
he
developing
doing
new
that?
tech for the film industry, and like just like he's more of
Yeah.
a technical like guy than like I guess his visuals are more towards like technology
Yeah,
because of that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's dope.
yeah, it is cool. I mean, he fucking rebuilt the Titanic.
Did he write Titanic and Avatar? Is he also a writer? Or is he just directing
I think
it?
he wrote the story for Avatar. I don't know about Titanic.
I guess
though.
the story of Titanic wrote itself.
Definitely
a
for
little bit, huh?
Terminator.
You
He
got-
wrote the story.
How do you?
Bro, I just found out like a couple days ago he did the first 2 Terminators.
Really?
I did
Oh, what?
not
I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
he created the whole
Dude.
thing.
Insane.
Dude,
James Cameron, you're dope.
his mind, yeah.
Being the person, he's the only human that's reached the furthest depth a human can go, or whatever.
To the Titanic.
I mean,
I think lower, bruh. He went lower than the Titanic and
He's,
said like
he's been there 33 times.
to the Titanic.
ridiculous.
Oh,
That's so
He's
crazy.
like, I don't know how you guys like died. I didn't.
yeah. I was just thinking about that
Bruh,
too. Like,
that shit's crazy for sure.
that's crazy
That was a
as
diss.
fuck.
That was a low key diss to like.
Wait, so that
like,
was
James
something that
Cameron
people
was
were just
dissing them,
doing
for real.
already? They were going down to see the Titanic before this shit? Because
think
I'd
so,
never heard of
yeah.
that. I'd never heard
I think
about
so.
people fucking diving down to go look at the remains of the Titanic.
Well, don't you hear they're doing like space? Like they're launching like some people who can afford it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, $500,000
Yeah.
into space just to be like.
Just to say I went to space real quick.
Yeah.
I was in space. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not want to be one of the first people to do that for sure. Same
Y'all
way.
are doing it though.
Huh?
You're gonna do it though when it becomes available.
Maybe if I'm like 70, you know, and they've got the technology there already, and like it's just like if it's a thing where people are just doing it and it's not a big deal, that's when I'll do it. If
Like
it's
taking the
still
bus.
kind of a big deal, then there's no fucking way. Why would I want to be one of the experiments?
Imagine just like
Yeah.
like you're just kicking it with the homies bored and you're like, you guys want to go to space? you want to go to space today?
I was in
Like,
space last week. I'm good.
I went to the moon last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess we won't go this week then.
Mars milkshakes.
Ooh,
It's
shit.
because
Wow.
consumerism's evil, people, but at the same time, it is so fun.
There's so many marketing opportunities
There's
on Mars.
so many marketing opportunities.
Oh my god.
Mars milkshakes.
Yeah, shit.
Come on.
Mars bar is about to go hard.
I was about to
Holy
say
shit.
Mars.
The Mars
bar.
Volta.
Mars bars, man. Come on.
Wow, they're gonna
I
capitalize.
don't even like
on
chocolate
that.
like that.
You don't like
Neither do
chocolate?
Not really.
Why? Really?
That shit gross.
I like chocolate
What?
ice cream though. I don't like chocolate as a solid.
Yeah,
I guess.
gross.
Wow,
Chocolate
gross.
pudding though is
That's
good.
That's also
Oh,
crazy.
I don't know, guys. I'm kind of not with it. I like chocolate a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck you
chocolate
guys.
as a
How dare you
solid is
like
not, it's not
chocolate.
it.
My guy chocolate. Fuck you guys, bro.
Yeah,
that's
fuck-
that's my dude.
Well, fuck chocolate.
Fuck chocolate.
Hey.
He hurts my stomach sometimes, bro.
Do you guys like vanilla?
Of course, off tops.
Yeah,
and
vanilla
I
is
own
really
it
good.
proudly. Plain Jane. Vanilla with some sprinkles. That's all I need.
That's crazy.
Sprinkles.
I've been leaning on cookies
the fuck?
and cream
I don't
though.
respect your opinions anymore.
What?
You just like
Sprinkles is
vanilla and
delicious, bro.
Sprinkles, and you
Sprinkles
don't
on
like
ice cream?
chocolate.
Sprinkles on ice cream is delicious.
Nah,
Or some graham crackers.
graham crackers I can get behind.
Or anything that they'll have at an ice cream shop, I'll get on top of vanilla.
Yeah.
It's good.
What
Yeah.
do you, if you guys had to get rid of ice cream or frozen yogurt, which one goes?
The frozen yogurt.
Yeah. off top.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
frozen yogurt. Yeah.
But I will say
It's a cheap knockoff.
it's
It's
healthier though.
chemicals.
It is healthier.
It's healthier, but
It's
it's you know
It's just not the same. It melts too quickly.
yeah.
And think about this: you love ice cream so much, but do you love killing cows?
yeah.
Or not killing? They're not killing them. Obviously. Wow.
Killing cows.
But at least
I like fucking 'em too.
abusing them. No, no. You would do anything for a milkshake.
Yeah, I would do
He'll milk
anything
the cow
for-
himself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I shook that milk.
I like milkshakes
Out
a
of
lot.
the
I
cow.
would go milk a cow for a milkshake.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like shakes that much, or like root beer floats. I don't like root beer.
Root beer is good. I like root beer.
My corazón.
This is a good.
It's
This is a
so
good conversation,
good.
you guys. I like root beer. Do you like root beer too?
I like root beer.
I
like
also
root beer.
like
I
root
like-
beer a lot.
Actually, I don't like root beer. What am I saying?
you said see,
I was like, I like root
sheep.
beer.
I don't like root beer.
Wait. I gotta stay in character. I don't like root beer, bro.
Yeah, I don't like root beer.
I don't like root beer.
I like
Actually,
beer.
no.
All right.
Yeah, root beer floats are kind of disgusting.
Ask me a personal question.
How big are you?
Like.
Yeah. No further. No, yeah.
Just tell me when to stop, bro.
Hard.
How big am I? Hard.
Bro, this is really long.
5'6". On a good day.
All right.
Like feet?
Yeah, 5.6 inches.
Actually,
Oh.
that is probably almost exactly right. It is probably like 5.6 inches, between 5.6 and 6. On a good day, it's getting closer to 6, but I don't have a.
That's pretty good.
It's yeah.
I
It's
feel like you're not.
kind of
I
average.
feel like you're lying though.
Kind of average. Why do you think I'm lying? I think I just wouldn't talk about my dick and the size of my dick for real. On
All men
my
add like
podcast.
at least like an inch or two.
Well, see, usually I say 6 inches. That's that's me adding the
You round up.
yeah, round up. I round up. But 5.6
round
is
up.
probably about right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
6 does sound better.
6 sounds better.
Say 6.
It sounds better. But 5.6 is a longer phrase, so maybe it'll actually subconsciously trick them into thinking that it's
subconsciously
longer.
makes it seem smaller.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's true.
I'm gonna.
That's true. If you have
Probably.
a point,
All right, should I round up to 6? I'll take your advice.
if you have a point
Alright.
in there, like it's automatically small.
yeah.
If you have
That's
a
like
point.
I'm 5'6" and 3/4. Actually,
yeah,
You're
exactly.
reaching.
Yeah. I'm 3.5 years old. Actually,
Yeah,
you know, it's like a
just-
kid
just
doing
round
that.
up, bro.
Yeah.
My question:
Yeah.
what's the
Okay.
future goals with your stash?
With my stash?
Do you think you could grow it to one of those thick ones that curls up?
I think it has the potential. I think that my body might be moving in that direction a little bit, because sometimes I see the little whiskers, but I don't grow like thick hair, you know. Like this is about as thick as it'll come in. I use a little like trimmer to like shave it, you know. But like I don't have hair growing on my cheeks. I thought that I was gonna be just like a baby face forever. I didn't think that I would
That's
ever
a
have any.
dream, bro.
Really?
You're
No,
lucky.
that wasn't the dream.
I
for
like
me.
shave like every day kind of
Oh.
thing.
Well, to shave every day and not have shave bumps, that's a blessing.
That's also kind of wild.
I
I like to, I get really careful with it. You know, like you gotta like really pull your skin like that
To only get the hair type
to
shit.
only get the hair
oh.
kind of thing. So it's a 2-hand job.
Two-hand job.
Just going like, just like
But the outcome is so important. Face card is everything, I feel like.
yeah.
What do you
especially
mean,
in,
like
especially in like
face card? You're
entertainment.
saying like what your face, how it presents.
Your face is like your identity, obviously.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's,
What
it's the
happens if I
first
don't
thing-
have a face?
you don't have a face. Like,
Bro, you don't have an identity.
your outfit is your identity at
Yeah.
that point.
You're not real.
What you're wearing.
Yeah.
You don't have a face. You're not a person.
How do you guys
You're
feel
an alien,
about?
actually.
How do you guys?
Sometimes you cannot have a face.
That'd be kind of hard.
Go
What is-
incognito mode.
COVID did that more or less.
No, straight
you know?
up.
And that was actually kind of nice sometimes to just be able to just like, I don't. That must have been good for celebrities who.
I don't miss it.
I don't miss it either at all. But you know, I like imagine for somebody who doesn't want to be recognized, like Billie Eilish. She probably having a field day. Would you guys ever want to get that famous to where it's like, you just your household name everybody knows?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Sounds fun.
Do you think? How do you think you'd handle it?
I wouldn't go out a lot.
Yeah. Or I would and just be like, it's just me, guys. I don't know.
But
The only thing with that is like it's dangerous being
It
that
is
famous.
dangerous,
People
yeah.
want to rob you.
Target
People
on your
want to like
back.
just be obsessive with you. Like
Yeah, and I mean, I hear all the time, like, people just trying to have dinner with their families. They can't do that shit because they got people coming up to them,
Exactly.
taking
That's-
pictures, you know? And, like, sometimes, some days you don't want to be on for everybody else, you know?
Well, that's why you order takeout.
Yeah, which is probably what most people do. But I think that that's also probably how celebrities get caught in those, like, crazy Hollywood echo chambers at the same time, because it's like they try to interact with the public, and the public's so fucking weird with them, you know? Because they think that they know them. But they don't. But they kind of do in a sense. But they only know the image. They know the character of that person, but not the person.
which is okay. I feel like
They don't need to know me.
they only know what
Yeah.
you give them.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on them. They just are being fanatic.
Yeah. Yeah. But, and so you think you'd handle it? I think you'd handle it well.
For sure. Get you a bodyguard or two. If you're that famous, get you a bodyguard or two. And then, just be nice to people so that there's no like evil malice. People want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, you can handle it.
Yeah. Do you think that you how do you feel, Daryl? Do you think that you would do you think that you'd get depressed? Do you think that you'd
I
be
feel like
able to
I'd-
just kind of,
I feel like at one
Swim
point I'll
through
get
it?
depressed.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
like
feel like-
it's inevitable.
Expectation, people expecting too
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
Oh, man.
At one point,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like in my house just by myself, being like, just like rocking back and forth, being like, this is too much, this is too much, this is too much, and then the next day I'll be like, nah.
And then the next day
Something
you'll be like,
that.
this is too much, this is too much.
Yeah.
But there's the key with I feel like the key with that, at least what I've found, because like I've done like a 20,000 people show before,
Well,
and then come down to like the next show I did like 20 people.
yeah.
And I have to be like, I had to just center myself. It's sort of things like that that taught
Where
me,
was
like,
20K?
That was out in Berlin.
Oh, wow.
I got flown out to do a show with this band.
Whoa.
2 shows actually. One of them was like 10K and the second was like 20.
And it was like
as
one of
Foot,
those just like
as,
no, as just young Jacob. I wasn't even Foot yet.
Oh,
It was hella
oh.
crazy, hella back then, like weird opportunity that just happened and I took it.
Dude.
And but yeah, that opened my eyes onto what can happen with this music shit. But then I come back to where I actually am, and it's like, all right, basis. Like, don't get a big head because you're not there. And even if you are there, you still need to keep that basis.
Keeping the humbleness.
Yeah.
You know, keeping yourself grounded and being like sometimes you just gotta tell yourself like, I'm not shit.
Exactly. No, exactly. None of us are.
Kind of thing.
Well, until we put out cool stuff. That's what defines how cool you are, is what your stuff is.
You can't be cool without the evidence to back it up.
Exactly.
I think,
Exactly.
from other people's perspectives, maybe, right? But I feel like I don't want to base my value off of how other people feel about me, because there's
never
some of the
should.
some of the dopest musicians
you
in the
never
world,
should.
some of the dopest people in the world will never get recognition, you know, and that's like,
Depends.
doesn't make them any less dope or cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like they're not even, some of them not even tripping about it.
Yeah,
because they know who they are and they don't give a fuck about the paparazzi, like the appeal of just fame and da da da.
Yeah.
You're getting money. That's all you need.
I don't even know what is the appeal of fame. Like I want to push out music and I want to take it as far as it goes, but I don't. The idea of fame doesn't necessarily appeal to me.
Free things and cutting the line.
Free things and cutting the
then
line.
that
You
gets-
do like
that's the
that. You like
appeal.
getting
And then
like
that gets to your
backstage
head.
places. Like you like the sort of, and I like that too. I feel like
You know, I like saving money and I don't want to spend it. So if I'm
Smart.
famous and I'm just gonna ask for free things all the time,
which is crazy because I feel like the people who should be getting the least amount of free things are the like famous rich people, right? But it's like the opposite. Like we
It's
give
an
them
exchange. It's like you wear this to your, you have influence.
Yeah.
That's always why.
Yeah, it's true. It's, there's no such thing
you're
as
the
a free lunch.
curator of society.
Damn. Fuck, you are. I think a lot about the idea of culture and like what culture actually is, because if you think about like bacteria cultures, right? Like you guys know that term, or
Is
like
it bacteria?
yeah,
Like biological bacteria.
yes, biological bacteria.
Like the little
It's called cultures, like the little colonies, the little colonies
In
of
petri
bacteria.
dishes
Yeah,
that
in
we would
petri
grow.
dishes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Experiments.
And experiments 626. I was stitched recently at a
He gets really wicked
costume
in this
party.
laboratory.
but like we the same way that a culture in a dish, there's certain things that you can add to it and certain ways that it can interact that would be really beneficial for it. We would act the same way. This is why we call it the culture. We are the culture, and we have
Migos.
but
Migo.
we have many different parts of the culture though, right?
What's
That
that?
that interact in different ways. What do you guys think the nature of the culture is right now? Do you think that this culture is strong? Do you
So
think this
toxic.
culture
It is-
toxic?
I agree.
Toxic.
It is
Do you think it's
It's
killing
tox-
itself? You think
it's toxic and like way too competitive for no goddamn reason.
Bro,
Yeah,
and the competitiveness is killing artistry, but artistry will never die, so it just makes it awkward instead of dying.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
It's
you're
just
right.
a stagnant thing.
Yes.
Like, just,
Yeah.
Just like because it's not gonna die, so it's just gonna be like one trail like thing.
Makes it weird.
And even though and it's weird because I think the best way to benefit yourself is to actually be kind to others and to give other people opportunity, and like that's how you build relationships and community. But
Yes.
we're living in a society that rewards doing the worst things. You know what I mean? It rewards corrupting yourself and rewards fucking other people over.
We have not the fucking over part, but we have documentaries about serial killers that are rated #1 TV shows and winning
Fuck,
awards.
yeah.
And
Right.
like
That's
literal
our culture.
TV adaptions about it, and it's like the most
Crazy.
streamed.
It's our
things about
culture,
it.
bro.
You're right.
And you know, I'm not gonna sit here like I don't watch the shit and I'm not entertained by it myself, but like
Yeah.
it's crazy that that's what it is.
Yeah, and it is a ever continuing story, you know, because the culture. It's weird now because we're coming towards a culture that's global. You know, we have a global culture through the internet, kind of now. But we do. We've connected in a way, because before culture was just like, who are you around? Your city, your neighborhood, your whatever, and it still is that. But it's also now like we all know the same references to things. We all have access to the same amount of information as each other.
Right.
We can communicate with people in China.
Be in a
and
community
wherever.
all the way in China.
Yeah.
Constantly online. That's what happens when you're constantly online too.
Yeah. So what we see is like human nature kind of projected onto the internet in a big way. And like, what do you see the most of, you know?
Evil.
It's
It's always evil. There's always the plus sides of the internet, of course. But like there's, I'm going to say it's like 60-40, maybe 70-30. Maybe.
Like 70 good and 30 bad.
No, 70 bad, 30 good.
Let me ask
yeah,
you this
that's right.
question.
It's
Do you
just
think
about
that
what's been pushed to you on your algorithm, but I think a majority of it is bad.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's because
it's pushed too hard, and like it's like forces you to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
They're like trying to. Well, it also goes back to like capitalism,
Right.
because the internet is just a giant marketplace, and they use the internet to push things onto consumers, and that can become like that can turn anyone into like a different lifestyle. That can turn you to a different lifestyle than like you really want, you know.
Yeah. It I don't know. I don't want people to stay away from the internet because of the information that it holds, but it's just more of like a due diligence thing. Just know what you're looking at, I guess.
Do you think that the algorithms evil? Do you think that people are evil? Do you think I don't even know if I believe in
Well,
the
if your
concept
algorithm's evil, it's because you're evil.
Yeah, it's because you're an evil person.
Not necessarily, because I think that a lot of the time the algorithm is just trying to get you to watch as much as possible, right? But
Based off of-
it'll give you things that, yeah, I guess so, because like a lot of people engage with a lot of shit that they're outraged by, you know, or you know, like or just things that they like. But it takes advantage to a big degree of like the human condition. You know, like Billie Eilish's titties are all over my Instagram shorts. You know, and that's just like the human condition. You know, it's
Wait.
But you see, and so, but
It's Dan every time he opens up his morning page.
yeah, all 5.6
The eyes popping out.
Yeah. But like, I don't go seeking Billie Eilish's titties. They are presented to me, and because I enjoy
Well,
titties,
they're presented
as a
to you for a
human
reason, isn't
being
that?
male
Yeah.
who likes titties.
Because the algorithm. I feel like that's
That's what I'm saying. It's like a dance.
that is your fault, but it's not. It's because like you looked at it one time and you're like, damn, that was
I
nice.
didn't
but
look
now
it
that
up.
it's being pushed to you to the point where like anytime you see it, it's like I'm gonna click on the photo and check it out.
Yeah, see that
For like
that-
5 seconds, but that 5 seconds can turn into 3 minutes of only you getting that.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, oh, I got to scroll past Billie Eilish's titties really quickly so that it knows that I don't want that right
But
now.
then it's like, all right, now Billy, how about this girl that has big titties?
yeah,
too?
yeah. Oh shit, you found my weakness. Instagram.
Dan's weakness is big titties.
Once they crack it, and it's crazy because there's that I think there's that Black Mirror episode that goes over this of just like instant satisfaction. Like if you're sad, your phone knows it, will send you exactly what you want to look at, so that you're not sad anymore. If you're too happy and you need to calm it down, they'll do something to calm you down, pump something into your
Yeah.
blood that calms you down or some shit. Like
Yeah.
it's getting to there, but
It
that's
is.
why free will.
We're back at it. We're back at
It's
it.
so important because we do have the free will to decide what we want to do. Yeah.
You haven't convinced me yet, but you're making good cases for
All
it.
right, hey, all right. I feel like it's almost like what haven't I convinced you that we don't have free will?
I mean, it's just something that I've thought about for a really long time. I've gone back and forth on a lot, and I feel like because it's like even I just go back to like where do our decisions come from? Our decisions come from our desires, and our desires come from maybe it's something innate, but also I think it's an experience thing that like that certain things exist, so you can't to like certain things, and you know what I mean. Like you're just your brain is more or less like a blank slate going into it. It's not a blank slate. It's very open, right? It's very programmable when you're a baby, when you're a newborn.
But even if you knew nothing, you're still able to make a decision.
I guess so. Like
if
it's
there's
just,
an apple and an orange, and I don't know what either of those are, but I know that I'm hungry, and I don't even know what hunger is. I just know I have this feeling, and I know that looks like something I can put in my mouth and potentially chew. I'm gonna make a decision.
you're gonna make a decision, but what decision are you gonna make?
Who knows?
The
It's
apple
like
or the
that's what
orange.
those realities
Whichever
are. It's like
one you're
one
set up to
reality I
make
get
at
the
that time.
apple, one reality I get the orange.
And that's when we branch into
See,
different
and
timelines.
then that's maybe. Then what the fuck is this timeline? Like what?
This is the apple time now.
Yeah.
You're living in the apple.
You know what I
timeline
mean?
now.
It's just so like, what is my consciousness split? Nobody knows, and I feel like nobody questions reality to that degree. Like, but it's fucking weird. We're human beings. We have bodies. We you know what I mean? We're interacting with the world through these meat suits. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we doing Crazy Frog? Was that Axel F? Crazy Frog?
Humans made that.
Bing,
Look
bing.
at us.
That was a pure example of free will.
Exactly.
yeah.
Crazy
You
Frog
know
is
that's the best argument you've made all night. And you know, and then shit like that happens too, and I feel like that's part of it also. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
a car's free will to.
to honk.
No, I feel like the universe interacts with us. Do you guys feel like that? Do you guys
know
have
cars
a
have
working
free will?
relationship? Hey,
You haven't seen the movie Cars? It's the biggest
oh
example,
shit,
bro.
Mater.
Cars is amazing.
Mater, I
Have
barely
you been?
even
Have
know
you been
her.
to the car on the Cars
so
ride?
fire.
On the Cars ride.
I hadn't been to Disney since a kid. I just went in January. So
Was it
fucking
fun?
It's
fire.
fucking crazy.
Oh my god, the mouths that move.
Yeah.
On the cars.
Crazy. And
Some
it
of them
does
are
go
projected,
pretty
but-
fast.
I want to
goes
go to
fast, yeah.
It goes
Disneyland
really
on
fast.
acid.
On
I
the
feel like that
race?
would be a good,
Just Disneyland in general, like on drugs, is probably really crazy.
right?
Yeah, I definitely want to go back on something.
Yeah.
Like imagine going through like being on shrooms and then going through like the Pinocchio ride.
Oh god, or Small World. I might lose my
I
mind.
didn't hate either of those.
That's fine.
That's totally okay.
That one because it's just
It's boring.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't hit that one. I don't think we got to it.
It just tells the story of Pinocchio.
Okay.
But like it's just like really weird because I think you go inside the mouth of the whale.
Oh. I would either start to trip out and feel like I'm actually there, or become so hyper aware of the fact that it's all animatronics and just like, wow, people made this, and like this is just what human innovation like. Yeah,
Overthink how it was done and everything instead of being too immersed in like, oh fuck, this is because then you don't know what you're gonna do. You
Yeah,
like push
yeah.
a kid because you're like, no.
Yeah, you jump off of the ride. Let me off. Let me off. Let me off.
Get
Yeah.
banned from Disneyland real quick.
Bro, that'd be
You know none of this shit's real, right, kid?
none of this is real.
This is just capitalism trying to consume your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Snap out of it. Mickey
Have
Mouse
you not
is
heard about
real.
the aliens?
Take the hat off.
Yeah, you don't have free will. That shit was clipping.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful on your drugs. Test your
Yeah.
drugs. Too many people dying off of
That's
fentanyl.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
bro.
fuck?
I work at a rehab, and that shit is no fucking
Oh,
joke.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it is absolutely no joke, and yeah, there's some people who just do fentanyl too, which is fucking crazy to me.
It's like,
Yeah, like that's just their drug of choice. That's
It's like I saw the amount that can kill you. So like, how much are you doing to
I
just
don't
enjoy
know.
a hit?
I don't
like
get
one,
that.
like little.
yeah, like
one
a grain. yeah,
Or
yeah.
like a quarter of that to get high. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
how do you smoke that? You put it in a fucking. You can't roll a joint with that. How do you do that? You put it in a
You just-
pie.
I
Like, what do
think
you?
You just put it on your tongue and let it dissolve.
Does it
probably.
dissolve? Probably. Oh yeah,
Let's
right.
not-
'Cause
let's
it
not-
just-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Fuck it. Fuck it now.
Is it-
Fuck it.
yeah.
We're sure. If you want to do drugs, but test it.
Listen,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
free will, dog.
Yeah,
If
you have
you want to
free
do
will.
fentanyl, just test it and make sure there's no fentanyl in it.
But don't. No, because people
Guys,
were
there's
like
fentanyl,
buying.
there's fentanyl.
People were buying coke that's cut with fentanyl.
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah,
time, bro.
it's crazy.
It's all cut with it. I know kids who are overdosing on fentanyl that's laced in their weed. It's fucking
that's
crazy.
Scary. Buying
Yeah.
weed because that's like, come on, that's safe.
Exactly, it's supposed to be, but they're buying it off the streets, because they're
Yeah.
underage. Like
You
a lot
don't
of time,
know.
that's who
Off
it
the
kills
streets.
more than anybody.
That used to be us.
Yeah, I didn't buy.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke
Y'all-
weed
y'all
until I
were
was
smokers?
19.
I don't.
19.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't
And then I
smoke.
would just get people
Oh,
to go
damn,
to
okay. I
I
dispensaries.
don't
for me.
smoke. No.
Never mind. I was started at like 15.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm killing my liver, not my lungs.
Okay. All right. You like the down instead of the. I mean, weed. What we made you anxious? You get anxious?
Yeah, I get really paranoid, and then I start hearing things.
Sometimes you
It's
should.
not good.
Yeah. If you start hearing things, maybe
the last time I
I
did it, I was like in a friend's house, and we were all just like having a good time, kind of thing. And then I'm just sitting there like sweating my ass off, like I'm like hearing voices like in my head, overthinking a lot of things. And I was like, okay, guys, I gotta leave. And then I just left. I just walked out the door.
It's a very weird thing to happen. Yeah.
Wow.
How much did you smoke, or how much did they give you?
It was in the rotation, bro.
You're in the rotation? See, that was your mistake.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there too. The first time that I smoked, I tried smoking weed a couple times and it didn't work. So I was just like, I don't think that weed affects me like that, you know? And so this girl I knew was like, oh, you want me to smoke you out? I'm like, you can try. And
I got tolerant.
yeah. Like it doesn't work on me. And she's like, okay.
It's the worst.
Yeah, she brought
crazy.
one of those. She called it a catacomb. It was like,
oh my god,
it was a joint that's like wrapped in wax and keef and has like the whole fucking
the
shit
hitter
in,
of
bro.
hitters. Love those.
Yeah, and they had me puffing on that shit for a little bit.
Because what's crazy about that with no tolerance is the wax.
Yeah,
What
dude.
that
You don't know. I had the craziest panic attack. It was so like, like I would try to move my body and I would like say like I need to move my arm, and then like 2 seconds later it would like do this, but it felt like like a million, like it's like I could see the frame rate.
Like you had
exactly.
Like you had a bunch of gears in your arm, just like
Yeah. But it was like micro gears. It was like, you know, as I'm moving. And I was with this girl at the time because it was like a party. There was like a bunch of people there, and I was like, person, I'm freaking out right now. And she was like, what? Like, you just chill. And she just turned away. And I'm like,
why are you freaking out? Like,
yeah. She wasn't the
don't
most comforting.
harsh the mellow.
yeah. And she just made me feel like shit, and like so, and then I'm just kind of sitting there like freaking the fuck out, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, Daniel, are you okay? And everybody like turned to me at the same time, and I was like,
I would throw up.
I'm okay, guys.
High as fuck, paranoid, no talk.
Yeah, I didn't even know, and also like. Okay, I'm just gonna go there. When I was in 8th grade, like I had this experience where I passed out. Like I made myself pass out. Like from like there was like that game, right? Like have you ever heard of that?
Pushing on the chest.
That's one of them. One of them was like you just hyperventilate and you like blow into your hand. Like there's a few games like that. I didn't even know what it was. They didn't tell me, but like they just like made me do it. I passed out and I like fell and I smashed my face on the ground and I like bit through my lip. I broke my front teeth. And I had like a trip. I went on like a DMT trip, like crazy, like. But my mind didn't know didn't know how to process that. So when I came to, I was in like an animal state where like I just started screaming and cussing and like because I woke up in a big puddle of blood and like a big crowd of people were around me.
Kids too, and they weren't even adults. It was just kids. Just like
people freaked out. They
just
were
like,
crying.
oh my god, he's dead.
Yeah, I remember my math teacher walked out and because he heard the commotion, he's like, Daniel, what did you do? And I did not know where I was. I didn't know anything, and so it like really fucked me up mentally, and I was just like, and it was a bad time in my life.
That's trauma.
Yeah,
my boy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It made me stronger.
You say you
I'm glad it
cracked your
happened.
front teeth?
I broke them. I
broke them?
What I thought had happened is I thought that I had hit the ground and that my teeth I got pushed into my nose. That's what I thought happened when I first woke up.
Yeah, just like
exactly.
Everything's numb right
Yes,
here.
Exactly. I'm like, oh shit, and I felt my teeth and it felt like because they were broken like that. I was like, what the fuck? These are fake. Those are the veneers. But yeah, it was fucked up, dude. But when I smoked weed for that time that they gave me the fucking catacomb, it reminded me of that feeling of like being out of my mind, out of my whatever, and so it really I started freaking out. But then my friend Jack, he's so fucking cool. He was like, Daniel, like, because he's this fucking stoner. He's he's used to it, and so he's like, Daniel, just come over here, bro. And like he sat me down in like the middle of the group because I was on the edge. And I started to feel a little bit better, and he's like, Daniel, it's okay, man. Just look over at the fire. Just look at the fire. And I looked, and I was like, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And after that, it was pretty okay, you know. But it scared me away from weed for a long time. I was like, I'm never gonna fucking smoke again. But then I started thinking, I'm like, but what was that? what
Yeah.
was that? You know?
He's like, I want it again. Oh.
Yeah, and then I started kind of going back every so often. Then there's been plenty of times, even in recent history, that I've like smoked too much and I've like really freaked out. But I feel like it exposes parts of me that are already there and that I'm not confronting. You know, and it amplifies it and forces me to confront certain things that are already underlying. You know, it can make it seem like it's the end of the world, but I've gone to the end of the world enough times to know that it's not the end of the world. It'll be fine. I'll wake up the next day. I'll be chilling. Yeah.
I've only had edibles one time.
Edibles
and
are
it was
different.
it was the worst experience I've ever had.
Really?
Because of just like what we did that day. Like I went with my friends. They went to go like we drove to like the dispensary, and then they bought edibles inside, and I was like, I guess I'll try a little bit. I think it was only like 10 milligrams, so nothing like too heavy.
But if you have no tolerance,
if I have no tolerance, it's gonna hit me like a goddamn trunk. Yeah. So and then we like didn't know what to do, and at the movie theater there was a comedy show.
You guys went to the movies? There's a
comedy show at the movie theater, like a live comedy show kind of thing. And so we went, but before that I ate a bunch of chips, sabritones chips. They're like kind of spicy kind of thing. And so like while we're sitting there, like it's the jokes were fucking terrible. These comedians were such ass.
That must have been awkward too. You're like, overanalyzing.
There's like
the audience isn't laughing. The audience isn't laughing.
There's like 15 people in that theater, and then every comedian is like bombing.
Shit,
bro.
dude.
Like but like as I'm sitting there, I'm like bouncing my legs and stuff. My stomach is really hurting and like kind of thing. And I was like, guys, I'll be back. I went to the bathroom, just yacked everywhere in the toilet, just yacked everywhere. And then I was like, I can't go back in there. I just can't go back in there. So like I walked to the car and then like just like locked myself in the car and then just knocked out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I wake up to like my friends like knocking on the window like, where'd you go? And I was like, I just couldn't go back. Yeah. I was like, I just couldn't go back.
You're like, I don't want to go back anyway.
Yeah.
They bummed.
Yeah. Did it shape up at any? Oh, sorry.
Well, they were telling me, they're like, oh, good thing you didn't go back. Like, they like the rest of them were just ass. Oh, no. But like they were having the time of their lives because these jokes were so bad that like they were like laughing.
That becomes the funny part. Yeah.
And apparently one of the comedians was like, why aren't you guys laughing?
See, I feel like that's the great way to do it though, actually. Dude, I went to a comedy show one time, and I was just like, you know what, because I'm interested, I want to do comedy at some point, I want to try it, and I was like, okay, fuck it, tonight I'm gonna go to the Laugh Factory, I'm gonna invite some people, if they want to go, cool, if not, I'm buying a ticket, and I'm just going by myself anyway, fuck it. And so I buy my ticket and I invite a bunch of my friends, and none of them can do it. I invited like 4 or 5 people, and they're all like, no. I'm like, all right, fuck it. That means I'm just supposed to go by myself tonight. So I drive down there. I bring some weed. I bring a little bit of like Fireball or something, and I pregame just a little bit, and I go into the comedy club, and and it ends up being like the one night that one of the comedians that is like a regular at the Laugh Factory died the week before, so it's like a memorial service for them. And it's like a memorial service comedy show, which is like the most insane shit that you could see, because there's all these people on stage who are grieving, who are trying to be funny, in a room with a bunch of other people who are also grieving, but also some like just people who just came to watch the show who didn't know that was going to be that. Yeah. And it was the weirdest fucking energy, bro. It was like, because like I remember this one guy was bombing because he was just so sad, and he was trying to be funny, and he just kept on like, this is not going well, and like, it was just weird, and I'm like, I paid $40 for this shit, bro, and I'm like, this is a funeral, like what the fuck is happening? But it ended up being like almost more valuable to me for that reason, because I'm like, I mean, that's just like an experience to see something like that, and it showed me that everybody grieves differently too. Like that's the way that
I grieve different.
Boom, 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 boom.
For real.
Bro, I love them.
I thought you were gonna say like like, yeah, it's a memorial service, and I was like the only one like laughing so
Oh,
hard.
no, dude,
Like,
I
you were
wish I was laughing.
Like,
That'd be fucked
like
up.
you're like the only one like laughing really hard, like.
His mom's up there like.
Everyone hate you at the end.
Oh yeah. I thought this was supposed to be the laugh factory, guys. Why the long faces?
Yeah, why are we crying here? We're supposed to be
Yeah,
laughing.
so here, let me go up
guys.
there and be funny and take the mic from the pastor.
Yeah, damn, this show sucks. Let me
Yeah,
take care of
yeah.
it.
You think you could hit a 30-second stand-up right now?
Oh God. All right, shit. You literally made my heart drop.
Anxiety.
Fuck. I have so many bits written now. Okay, hold on. Let me look at my list of bits real quick, and then I'll.
That's so
I'll
funny.
go,
A
'cause,
list
like,
of bits is kind of like.
dude,
funny.
you want to see my list of bits?
You gotta.
Yeah,
Look.
you gotta be. That's
Gotta
a
be
long
prepared.
list. Holy shit.
Bro, because comedy, you really gotta bring it.
Yeah, you really gotta like.
All right.
Comedy is very hard,
Hard as fuck.
and also everyone has a different sense of humor.
right.
Too. So
So,
like that's why comedy is like just super hard.
appealing to like just a random crowd is probably the hardest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna fuck. Wow. Okay. All right. This is my stand-up comedy debut. All right.
Woo! And tonight on what's your podcast called?
The Hummingbird Podcast.
And tonight on the Hummingbird Podcast, we'd like to bring out a very special guest. Damn.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Woo! All right, so there's a lot of talk about superfoods out here. Everything's a fucking superfood apparently. Acai. You got the white girls who like the acai bowls. We got avocado. That's a superfood. But I feel like there's one food that doesn't get enough credit, and that shit is corn, bro. Corn is literally the foundation of our entire food system. It is in everything. It is in corn. You can make whatever out of it. You can make corn bread. You can make corn starch. You can make corn on the cob, canned corn, and everybody's favorite high fructose corn syrup, baby. And I feel like it just doesn't get a good enough rap. I feel like this isn't funny. This isn't funny. This bit doesn't work. It will work. It will work. It will work eventually.
I thought you were gonna be like, you know what else is a superfood? These nuts. These nuts in your goddamn mouth.
You know what else? Hella off from that, like corn starch, corn stuff. You know what else? Just
These fucking nuts.
This dick in your mouth.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Damn, dude.
That's
Wow.
where you go with that. That's
hurt
where you
me.
go with that.
That hurt to do. Like
That's
it was
comedy.
I can feel that am I
That's
red?
the buildup.
Am I
no,
red?
no, you're not. You're good.
Okay. No,
That
I
was
wanna
the
know
build.
'cause I
That was
can
a good
feel it.
buildup. That was good buildup. I was waiting for the punchline.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm kind of
I
forgetting
think
it.
high
'cause I
fructose
didn't-
corn syrup was your punchline, huh?
It was no, it's not the punchline. It's here. Let me see if I can go on.
That was great buildup. I was ready.
Yeah, I was ready for it to like hit.
It was
Okay, all right. Here's a different bit. Here's another bit. I think that we should stop saying that things suck dick. I think that is at its root, at the very least, it's slut shaming, right? Because who doesn't like getting their fucking dick sucked? I know I do. And I think that also it's like, I think that it's actually rooted in homophobia, because I think that people, you call somebody a cocksucker or whatever, you don't really call a girl a cocksucker. I mean, she could be, but you don't necessarily call her that. But a guy, you'll call him a fucking cocksucker. You suck dick, bro.
Fucking wanker.
This movie, yeah, exactly. This fucking sucks dick. And so I think that we should, as people who are sexually open, I think that we should reclaim sucking dick. And I think that it should now be a compliment. I think that we should say, yo, bro, that performance that you just did at the Moroccan Lounge, that shit sucked dick, bro.
Dick.
That shit sucked dick so well. That shit, oh my God.
You know what? Now we have to say that on Monday.
Right?
No, we
Thank
have
you
to.
guys. You guys suck dick.
Your set was so sick, my boy. You suck dick.
You suck the
You
dick out
suck
there, bro.
dick.
You know, instead of breaking
biggest
leg,
dick
yo,
in that
suck a
fucking
dick, bro.
performance,
Suck
bro.
dick.
Bro, yeah. Because what? Who doesn't like getting their fucking dick sucked? Why are we shaming what we want? You know, so yeah, that's a compliment now. Sucking dick,
I like that.
That was funny.
right? Okay, so
was
that's a
good
good
one.
bit.
That
That's a
was a
bit
good
that
one.
works. That's a bit that works.
We should start sucking dick.
Yeah, you guys.
That was a good one. I really like that.
It was.
That
Alright.
should be like third, second joke.
Yeah.
Leads into
Like
that
in the
one.
middle,
Yeah,
yeah. In the middle of the
Yeah,
bit.
because okay, so the corn thing actually kind of leads into that because
Into
it's supposed to
sucking
be
dick?
like, yeah, kind of. I have it written out like there's like a transition kind of moment where it's like, and okay, so because the punchline of the corn joke is supposed to be, and the worst part is corn gets the worst rap. What do we call shit that's fake and goofy? Corny. What the fuck? Corn is the realest shit around. How are we gonna do corn like that? So that's kind of more, you know, where
It's the
where that
realest
goes.
shit
But then I'm like, it's the realest shit, right? Because it's made. That's what everything's made out of. It's just
And
that
also,
nobody.
corn stays in your shit because it doesn't.
It does. It does. You get the little
It's
kernels.
the weirdest food.
But then it's like, well, but we say a lot of shit that doesn't make sense then, right? Like, why do we say things that we don't like, suck dick? And then that's where I could probably kind of go into that. You know what I mean? And then kind of do the whole...
into other things that we say that
don't make any sense, you know? Like,
have
why
more
do we
like
call
that?
shit corny if corn's the realest shit around, you know? But,
It's pretty real.
yeah. You know, the corn bit's not that funny, but it kind of sets up the dick-sucking thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Sucking dick.
That's hard. That was hard.
Thanks, man. So is my dick.
Now that's
Oh,
comedy.
5.6 inches of it.
Now
Yeah.
that's
So are these
comedy.
nuts.
Now
These
that's
nuts
the
are
bottom line.
super hard.
You know, him saying that was free will.
That was free will, ladies and gentlemen,
That was
for him
free
to
will.
decide. Because he... No, okay, let's bring it back.
All right.
You had the choice of saying 5.6 or 6 flat.
Oh, you're right.
You had the choice because we've gone over like what you wanted to say now. Off of your background, you would say 5.6. Off of me saying, you know, you should round it up, you could say 6. You still chose...
I feel like you're making an argument for my thing right
yeah,
now.
this is going towards you right now. This is more so going towards you at 5.6, but you had the option of saying 6.
No, but what I'm saying is that the option opened up to me more because you said that I should do that. But before that what the option wasn't even like it was technically available, but it wasn't enough in my brain for me to even want to move towards that. You know what I mean? But 5.6. I mean, actually, and I only said 5.6 because
What did I do?
you said something about 5.6 or like, or no, I said 5.6 or something.
You laid a helping hand.
Oh, because
Yeah, I measured it, actually.
Yeah, because you asked me how big my dick was on my podcast. Thanks, man. And
they want to know the real.
and so I made a
You're-
joke because at first I'm like, I don't know if I want to just say how big my dick is on my podcast.
Podcast length. It doesn't have to be real length.
Well, that's why I said 5.6. I
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
5, and they're just like, oh, 5.6. I'm like, actually, that's probably about right. And then you said I should round up to 6.
Round up to 6.
Round
5.6.
up to,
sounds like
you know,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
How big is your
crazy.
dick?
Podcast length. Or what?
See, he had free will to not say it.
Podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, see, it's hard to talk about your dick.
No, it's just I haven't. Well,
You don't have
also,
to.
we probably haven't measured recently.
Podcast.
I measure every day.
right,
I
well,
like
that's-
I lay down on the ground and I get hard, and you know how like kids will like measure
get
like their
hardened?
height with like a pencil against the door frame.
Mhm.
I lay down and I do that every day, and just it's the same line.
On the podcast, I'm a soft 9.
Okay.
Soft
a soft 9.
nine. That's
A soft
crazy.
9.
A soft 9.
And believe it or not, he's actually a grower. He's not a shower.
It adds like another 2 or 3.
God damn. Wow.
That was so wild.
Daryl, you wanna talk about your dick now?
Yeah, soft 12.
Soft 12. All right. Yo, shit.
BDE. Come to the show on Monday.
Guys, I'm a soft 6.
BDE.
And come to the Moroccan Lounge on Monday.
On Monday.
July
or
3rd.
don't. That's free will.
That's true.
That is free will, but then if you don't go, we have the free will to come to your house.
Yeah, and
Find you.
Yeah, and find you.
And ask
play
him
you the
how.
songs live. So
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah.
missed it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're like, you missed the show, so I guess you get a private show now.
Middle of the night.
I'll
3
privately,
a.m.
I'll privately
Where
show them.
they think
my,
they think it's the sleep paralysis demons, but it's actually us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the room, just standing in the corner like.
Oh, 5.6 inches just out.
That's
All
the
right,
shadow
anyway.
they see. That's the shadow. So
Wow.
the 5.6
Talk
shadow.
about shadow work, bro. Damn.
You know what else is a superfood?
Anyway, guys, this has been the Hummingbird Podcast. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Moroccan Lounge 7-3. Come check it out.
That's comedy right there.
Nishwaki is
comedy.
performing as well.
It's all about
Yeah.
comedy.
Foot is headlining, and I'm opening. So let's make this.
And I'm
shit.
just there.
Daryl's somewhere in the middle.
I'm
Him and
just-
Nishwaki fight
You know,
for the middle.
I like being in the middle sometimes.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kinda
you
fun.
do.